I'm Owen Big Glen. This is the Inside Edge video blog. Okay, time for a quick market update here. I've just got the stats in from the Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board for May. So this will be late spring, early summer. Let me give you the numbers here. And then I'm going to tell you about, that typical media bias that I continuously see endlessly. Only cherry picking the negative stuff and never the rest of the stats here that are off the charts here. Make no bones about it here, folks. The stats just came in for May for the Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board. We are still in a very strong, hot seller's market here. We're not white hot. Maybe we've gone from scorching white hot to just red hot now, as I'm going to show you with the numbers here. So the numbers just came out for May. The May stats for 2021 for May are up 187% from May of 2020. Almost a 200% increase in sales. I never saw that stat anywhere on the media, which I'm going to get to in a minute. And I can tell you, that is crazy. It shows you how limited the inventory is still quite limited, but that shows you we're selling 200% more homes than we did at this time last year. And listen, May of 2020 was not a bad year or a bad month. It was a strong month, May 2020. If you go back and watch my blogs at that time, I just took a quick look at my book from that time. I had 7 firm deals I did last May. If you remember watching my blogs during COVID, I took all my listings off in the 3rd week in March for all of April. In the first week of May, after the COVID lockdown, I put all my homes back on and relisted some new ones, and I pretty much sold all of them. So May was a fairly strong month coming out of COVID, and the detached market started to take off then as well. 187% increase from this time last year. Sales are 28% above our 10-year average. Here's the stat, though, that I saw on BNN, in the Vancouver Sun, scrolling across my Twitter feed. The sales were down. This is sales. I'm going to get to prices, which is all that anyone really cares about. This is unit sales and home sales. Numbers. We dropped 13% from April, from last month. Now, April was a off-the-chains record-setting month that we may never get again, as was March of 2021. So we have dropped slightly, 13%, but I could have told you that, and I was already mentioning that last month, that highly doubtful we're going to be able to match April sales or even March. They were, absolutely, record-breaking. They might stand for decades, those numbers we did in March and April of this year. So here's the thing. Let's move on to the sales to active listing ratio, one of the nicest stats I like to use. The sales to active listing ratio, you never hear it mentioned much in the media at all, because it's too good of a stat. It really tells you the true story of where the market sits, whether it's a buyer's market, a seller's market, because it combines active listings to how many homes are getting sold every month. So currently, what I should tell you is that anything below 12% is considered a buyer's market. From 12 to 20% is considered balanced. Anything over 20% is considered a seller's market. For the overall market in Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board, we are at 39%. 39%. Strong seller's market. It's telling you that there's very little inventory, far more buyers than there are sellers. Good homes, when they're listed, I can tell you right now, are still in multiple offers. Crazy bidding wars if you've been following me on Twitter. I lost out on 2 last week on the buying side. Both of them bad beats, almost got them. We came in subject free with both my buyers, and on 2 of them we've revised twice subject free and still lost out on them. One had 7 offers, the other one I was involved in had 4 offers. Anybody that tells you that the market is cooling anything substantially is flat out lying to you. The market is still extremely strong, as these stats state, especially if you're in the downtown good quality 1-bedroom condos, 1-in-dens. Townhomes are as rare as hen's teeth these days. And then, of course, the detached market is still extremely strong. So when we break it down, active sales to listings ratio, 30% on detached, 54% on townhomes. 54%. That is crazy high. Because again, there is very little townhouse inventory. Anything that gets listed is getting sold immediately. You're getting into multiple offers, unless it's way overpriced or it has something wrong with it. Condo market is at 43% active sales to listings ratio. Let's cut right down to the other one, which you never see this stat, is prices. Prices really is what I think matters to most people. I don't know, you guys tell me. Are you really concerned if we sold in April 2,700 homes and this month we only sold 2,620 homes? Is that really going to keep you up at night, that we sold 80 fewer homes this month than last month? Nobody cares. Yet that's the stat that they will roll out all the time, that, hey, 13% drop from April in sales numbers. Prices are up again across the board. So year over year, across the board in Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board, detached condos and townhomes up 14% in the last 12 months, prices. And they have been trending up, detached homes have been trending up for over a year now. The condos now kind of picked up earlier this year and have been going up month over month now for the last 5 months. So across the board, detached up month over month 1.7%, townhomes are up 1.8% price, and condos are up 1.2%. So this has been the trend here for the last 4 months, inching up around 1.5–2% month over month. So the market is going up in prices, sales slightly down, but still close to 200% above where we were last year, and up 28% above our 10-year average. So strong seller's market. Here's what gripes me a little bit here. Watching BNN, and this is typical of these guys, they love to throw in across the bottom of the headline there, grab you with something. So what did they grab us with? Didn't want to put in their April stats just came out and there were 187, or May stats just came out and they were 187% up from what they were last year, or that prices are up 14%, or that across the board month over month are up between 1.5% and 2%. Nope. What scrolled across the bottom there, the only headline they gave you is Vancouver's sales dropped 13% month over month from April to May. Of course, April, they didn't tell you that was a off-the-chain record. But here's where it really gets weird. Right after that, they scroll across Montreal, which also released their stats. I believe Montreal had a slight increase month over month in sales activity, and I know their prices are going up there too. But what do they use for them? Not the month over month, they use the year over year, which went down 3%. So you see what they do here is they move the goalposts. Only give me the tidbit that is negative and avoid all the positive stuffs. So for Vancouver, scroll across month to month. But for Montreal, hey, it went up, so give me the year over year, or give me something. The active sales to listings ratio dropped, or it's heading more into balance territory. You see, that's why I've said there are lies, damn lies in statistics. And you can manipulate statistics like a lot of these YouTuber guys do, and a lot of these doom and gloomers and these economists. They will cherry pick whatever they can get to show a negative narrative, when the overall narrative here, there's no getting away from it. Yes, the Vancouver market, was it quite as hot as it was in April? No, but I wouldn't expect it to be. But overall, prices are up pretty well, good, and they're going up month over month here, continuously here. Active sales to listings ratio is extremely high. It's a strong seller's market. But media, of course, like I've always said here, they're in that cocoon of get me the negative stuff, get that misery loves company, try and show us something to show that the market's in decline. Maybe we are headed with the month over month, we're heading into the summer months, so our sales activity should start to taper off a little bit here. And eventually it will. But what gripes me to no end is how they only will take that one tidbit out of the 10 other metrics that show such a strong market. I'm Owen Big Glenn. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week.